Hello, so today I will be cooking pot roast. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm excited. I've never cooked pot roast before. I've made birria before, birria, something like that, a Mexican meal. So this is a beef chuck roast or something like that. I got it from Aldi for $17. You can hear it. I let this kind of like run with water over it for like maybe 20 minutes, and then within there I allowed it to, kind of like get the redness of it out with the cold water. So this is what I did. Some people might not have time to sear it, but I put butter in this skillet, garlic after I put the meat in it, and I'm letting this sear. I wanted both sides to kind of have a little bit of a coating to them. And since it does, I'm going to turn this off. And I cut up 1 onion, about 3 carrots, and 4 potatoes. As you can see right here, this is what I have. I seasoned this pot roast or beef roast with black pepper, salt. I put my salt in that. Steak seasoning, chili powder, and Italian seasoning is what I put on top of the vegetables. So from there, I'm going to mix up my veggies, which also have a little bit of avocado oil on them. You can put salt and pepper if you want, but I didn't do that. As you can see, here's pieces of butter. I already preset my oven to 275. I'm going to move this around a little bit to where it can kind of like be coated with the Italian seasoning. I don't know. I like Italian seasoning. Let me know in the comments if you do. It really pops out with the flavor. And I'm going to move everything out of the way. Move everything out of the way and add my pot roast. On the side, I'm going to take my time and add the pot roast that I seared. And I took my time and seared. You don't have to sear your pot roast if you don't want to, if you don't have time to do that. So with the flavors that I have here, I'm going to let this pot roast kind of just sit on top. You can see that the sear helped. It's kind of like a buttery and avocado oil, the way it is. So I'm going to have Grandma look over that. Here is the juices that I have. I'm going to add my water. This is water and 2 beef cubes. So let me go ahead and add this in here. Water and 2 beef cubes. Let's go ahead and add flour to this. Let's turn this up. I'm going to add more water because that's going to allow it to cook for like 4 hours and get nice and tender. It has a sear on it, but it's not done yet, y'all. So let's go ahead and add more water to the sides, but I want to add flour as well. I'll show you guys how much water I added. So in here, I'll add flour to get this nice and mixed together, and I'll add this to my pot roast. Let's add just a little flour, about 1.5 tablespoons or so, just to get it thickened up and everything. And if you want to add a little bit of water, you can. I don't want to let this flavor go. This is butter and avocado oil, and as you can see the little specks in there, that's garlic. I love my little bracelet. Don't give up. So happy new year. I'm trying something new. Let's continue to cook that. Add a little bit of water. Just a little, because I added enough to cover my vegetables and to cook my meat. Literally just a little bit. There we go. Just to make it into a gravy, because it's kind of on the thicker side. And I'm going to pour the gravy into my pot roast. You can add cold water or whatever ones you want. Continue to stir until it looks like a gravy. This is a brown gravy with garlic. And I'm going to take my soup onion mix and I'm going to add some of it in here. This is all the flavor from searing that meat. I'm not going to let that flavor go, you all. Let's go ahead and open this French onion soup, or at least I'm calling it French onion soup. This is a mix that I get from Dollar Tree. They also have it in other stores as well. I think it's Lipton or something. Go ahead and turn that down. Open it. And you can take your soup mix and you can just hold it to the side. And I'm going to take my gravy and I'm going to pour my gravy over the pot roast. This fork, you can use your fork to kind of make sure that your vegetables are kind of submerged so that they can cook, and they will. For 4 hours, they definitely will. I cut up my potatoes, as you can see. Add a little butter if you want to. Cut up my potatoes so they can be even and all cooked the same. So from here, this is my gravy that I'm going to add on top. Okay. Homemade gravy. This is my garlic and all that flavor. The butter, the avocado oil. Oh my goodness, guys. It's so yummy. It's just a little flour. And you just go ahead and you just put it over your pot roast. Take that fork, dip that fork in that water, because you don't want any flavor missing. This is going to be so good. So you take your flour and you take your little gravy you made and you put it on top of your vegetables. So the vegetables can cook in the water. And we're going to cook our black eyed peas today as well. So I'm taking my little spatula and I'm working it, y'all. That's how you do. Okay? And this is the way that my pot roast looks for a first timer. I'm going to cook this in the oven and show you guys how it looks after. So with that being said, you can clean up the stove a little bit. So let's not forget our onion soup mix. Let's go ahead and add our onion soup mix around. Okay, so that's our flavor as well. Again, take that fork or that spatula that you had, kind of like mix it in there. Okay, so go ahead and mix that in there. Add it to where like the flavor goes together very well. I'm gonna cover this up. Make sure that no onions are left on top, since this is gonna cook and I'm not gonna bother it at all. This is the way my pot roast looks. Going into the oven, make sure that you put little pieces of butter in there. It's gonna be so good. I'm proud of myself already. And someone said that it looked a little bit burnt. It's supposed to have a sear on it. When you take it out the oven, it's going to have a burnt look, because this is going to be a meal that's cooking for a long time. So it's supposed to look just as beautiful as it does. Happy New Year. Let me get to put it in the oven and I'll show you the final result after it's out. This is an easy and quick pot roast. Just cut up your vegetables. You don't have to use the store-bought one. You can take your time and sear it yourself. Make a little gravy just to add in there. 2 beef cubes, a few vegetables. Bye. Thank you.